back live?
Let's try it. Hopefully.
Yep. How many birds bombing?
Are you just going? No intro?
I'm just waiting for it to say go live on Facebook.
Oh. Now I got the sneezes.
That's like you almost just want to tell people to come out here. Come out, because like you don't have to go do the hard stuff. You can go.
You tell them this. Tell them this.
Go to Anza Borrego.
Heck yeah.
Like just come out TDS. Like every year TDS, we do 1 day in Anza, 1 day in Truckhaven, and then 1 day in Ocotillo. Which Ocotillo is a little. It's more razor land, but Truckhaven's great for Jeeps.
Yeah.
Anza's great for Jeeps. We're experiencing technical difficulties. I know. Too bad you can't. Like another thing, I wish you could like rejoin a post, like a video. I can't believe they don't have that fixed yet.
I know.
Oh my god.
Those are some serious propane tanks.
Yeah, actually the whole place runs off of it.
Probably.
Hey,
stick around.
So I know this place doesn't have a generator because when the power was out here, nothing was working. I called for like 2 weeks. I found out there was no power for 2 weeks. I was like, oh.
I don't even see any solar at this place.
So I got caught out here.
Oh no, there it is.
I got caught out here one time. 123 mile per hour winds. Like if you look at my windshield, it's sandblasted. Make it look nice.
I had to make the match for the half doors and the hard doors. You know, the GR, the whole thing.
Okay, live.
Oh, we're back.
All right.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Sorry about that. The program we used called OBS was not cooperating.
It just froze.
But
No,
not
it
now.
didn't. Not again.
Not now. Okay. I was like, don't tell me again.
Not again.
There's a pool. Grab the laptop.
Okay, it's working.
So while we were on the break, Josh thought of a whole bunch of stuff to mention about building a vehicle, right?
Well, and when you're going overland, like, so me and Tony been doing a lot of overland lately, and I've been doing overland even longer than that. And a lot of people go out there and, like, I don't want to bag on anyone, but they'll go buy a rooftop tent and all this stuff just bolts on from, like, the J.C. Whitney catalog, and then they go hit the trails. And you know, that's great because you're out living life, and I really encourage people to do that.
And we're happy that you're out, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Get out and do it.
Yeah.
But, like, take that 5 minutes before you buy any of this stuff and go start doing that research. I really encourage people to go actually wheel a stock vehicle for 3 or 4 months first and help make the decisions before you start modifying, because what I've found is everyone I've ever told hold and wait will actually typically build a rock crawler build first and then make it so you can add on that overland, because they'll go buy like, and we've all seen those sliders that hang down with a big loop underneath, and it's made out of like
super thin wall.
Yeah, like you could kick it and bend it.
Yeah.
And then, like, so they get on the trail and they hit a rock and just bends around it and now they're stuck, or it rips off.
Or it bushes into the body.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just not good.
And it's not good. And there's just so many of those things. And, like, front bumpers. You know, like, I remember when I was young and I had these big bumpers that would stick out past tires. So cool, right? And then once you start wheeling, you realize a front bumper might be a first mod.
Right.
And a narrow front bumper, because then your tires can have approach angle on rocks and ledges and stuff like that. And when we're out wheeling and overlanding, I've been overlanding with these people, and we'll come up to like a 2-foot waterfall. And for me, I'm not even putting it in 4-wheel drive yet. I'm still like, oh, 2-wheel drive right up it. And the whole group has to turn around because their vehicles just can't do a simple obstacle.
Yeah.
They could drive the dirt road, and I've ridden in these vehicles, and they don't feel good. Like, you ride in this Jeep or that Jeep, and we're doing 70 down these dirt roads, and it's like glass.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, that's way better. I'll be honest. We were doing 70 up through whoops, 3-foot whoops a week ago, and it was way nicer. But, like, if you build the vehicle first for, you know, if you're like, which way to go, build it for rock crawling.
It's heavier duty, right?
It's stronger.
Yeah.
It's going to handle more cycles.
And you're not going to have to turn around when you find that thing that you're finally got to out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah, and the truth is like when you go overlanding, those best camp spots are always after an obstacle.
Yeah.
Because those are the places no one else goes to. So you're getting this whole area to yourself. Stunning views over rivers, mountains, you name it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just something to think about. And I go out with people all the time, and I'm sitting there, and it just drives me up the wall. Because, like, you could see where you want to go, but everyone's too scared to try.
To get over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hill or downhill or something
Yeah.
simple. And you're just like, I'm like, I just did it in 2-wheel drive, guys. You can
I mean, it's the way I look at it, right? You know, if you got a super heavy duty vehicle, then I don't have to worry about working on it or breaking down or anything. That's, at least I've minimized that. Anything can happen, right? But I've minimized it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the right control arms. I mean, like aluminum front bumpers is a game changer to me. Like, I couldn't believe how much lighter, how much stronger an aluminum front bumper is than even the plastic front bumpers.
Yeah.
And it's insane. Like, I weighed the stock front bumper from the aluminum, and it was like 10 pounds heavier. The plastic was 10 pounds heavier.
And this has a winch tray.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
You're like, how is that physically possible?
I know.
Anyway.
Unbelievable. With people back, do we have any questions?
Is Aftershock a 392?
No. It's the standard 3.6 without the e-torque.
Yeah.
Just standard.
It's an early E6
Rubicon.
3.6.
It's a Rubicon. Yep. So I have the stock engine, transmission, and transfer case. Everything else has been modified.
Yeah, you got that 8-speed transmission,
Yeah.
the 4-to-1.
And it works great.
Yeah,
Works
transfer
great.
case.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were doing 70 plus to the desert and got there real quick.
I mean, it's got giant 3.0, internal bypass coilovers on it. So.
I mean, Tony did
Oh,
go
weird.
for
It like put us on live onto like the old episode. Some people have found it and some people haven't found it, but we are live on YouTube and Facebook.
On GenRight.
It says aliens are using their sandblaster rays.
Yeah, we don't know what the deal is. We've got this program that allows us to broadcast on both platforms, but it's
Finicky.
finicky.
So we were also talking about TDS, and I know we should probably talk about why more people are joining
Yeah.
us. So TDS is a great event. The Terrace Hole Jeep Club actually puts it on, and it's out here by the Salton Sea, and it's been going on forever. It used to be the largest off-road event in the world.
Yeah.
And now, of course, KOH is.
Yeah.
And so, but
It's still huge.
yeah, it's still huge. And but what people don't realize, there's something for everybody out here. Okay,
Yeah.
corner what kind of wheeling. If you want to go do the easy overland trails, you got Anza Borrego.
Yep.
If you want to go into Truck Haven and get in the notches, that's awesome
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And,
What I like is, since they're the mud hills, it's pretty forgiving on your Jeep. Like, unless you roll, you're probably okay to not do any damage.
yeah, I've seen a lot of people put it on the side in Truck Haven, and you would never know.
Right.
And it's
Right.
like,
I would bring beginners out here to like get them familiar with the angles and how their Jeep feels and stuff. But it's a great area, plenty to explore, and that event is
Oh my
big.
god. We
So-
have to show this sunset.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is.
yeah, you could spend a whole week while we're padding around for the sunset.
Yeah.
You could spend a whole week at TDS and never see
Yeah,
the same
that
thing
looks
more than
good,
once.
too.
Yeah, I know. Look at the sky, the blue and the pinks.
Yeah, this side's already kind of gone.
Oh.
But
You can't really see it.
above us looks good. Lots of palm trees and
Yeah.
just beautiful.
It's not really showing up.
Oh, sorry, people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Sometimes
gorgeous.
the human eye is way better than
So
the camera.
yeah, can you get that? Like if you,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
Stunning.
Yeah.
No, it's not showing up.
At all? Oh, man. Okay.
Time for a new
Well,
camera.
Just trust me, you guys. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a baby blue with pink
It's so pretty.
on the clouds.
Yeah. I did want to talk about my new lights.
Oh yeah, those
And,
are great.
These are the new Vision X CR7 Pro. I put them on the website earlier this week. And one of the things that I like about this is that it comes with these little covers that you can put it as clear, selective yellow, or amber. And I run my blinker through here. So now when I'm turning, people know for sure that I am going to turn.
Oh, I was behind. Tony was behind me, and he turned his blinker on. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, you can really see it. It's great.
Yeah, and these things are so bright that I can turn my headlights on and off, and you don't even know that I've turned them. And I like these headlights, and you can't even tell. They're so bright. So this is kind of the latest and greatest. They released these at SEMA this last November, and as soon as I saw them, I knew, because I like this small size.
Yeah.
And I'm not crazy about big lights.
No,
and-
I'm gonna be getting a set here.
yeah, they're
I really
nice.
like 'em.
They're definitely
really
nice.
good.
Yeah, I run small lights too, so
Yeah.
like I like the smaller profile lights.
And they come with their own wire harness. I mean, I put it through my Switch Pro, but you can do whatever you want, and it's real easy. So, yeah.
they're nice.
Yep. Okay, so we were talking about TDS. You and I are going to go to the Overland Expo that's down in Costa Mesa
Yeah.
for the day,
Check that out.
mid-March.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
then we're doing our Sand Hollow thing during Easter Jeep Safari from April 12th through 19th. So you can sign up for that on our website as well.
I think Sand Hollow might be one of those places. If you've never been, you have to at least go once.
Yeah.
And it's like Moab, where you have to go at least once. Sand Hollow's in there.
Yeah.
And it's definitely
It's
like,
good.
It's just the traction is like shocking
Yeah.
to start out with. It's that Moab traction. And you're just like,
and there's a lot of different trails and a lot of different levels, so you don't have to feel like you're going in over your head.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Where are we again?
Right now we're in Borrego Springs at
Palm Canyon Hotel
Resort.
and RV Resort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously it's got like a rustic appeal. Very nice. Our event actually officially starts tomorrow morning, but it's so far away for us that we decided just to get down here and get set up, do tech talk from here. Figured it'd be fun, just a remote location. And then we'll head to the meetup spot tomorrow morning and grab everybody. We've got a 200-mile track set over 4 days, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. And it's broken up, so it's like we're not die hard this middle of the desert nowhere this trip is. So we're going to be, day 2 be stopping through town to get gas and supplies and be able to even, enjoy the modern amenities before we go back onto the next segment.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, some people are like super hardcore and like, I need to be 200 miles from the nearest human. That's cool and all, it's fun.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always have to be that way. So,
Right.
enjoying the...
And we've also talked about doing a trip like this where you're hoteling it every night too.
Oh.
So we're up for whatever. So when people are interested in doing something with us, we're always open for suggestions.
Send GenRight emails. I don't know what email you use, but like say, hey, I would love to just go do a trip on X and would like to just sort of do it like this.
Yeah.
How do I find out about that?
For sure. Yeah.
What's for breakfast?
Jennings said she got me hard-boiled eggs, yogurt. There was something else, hon.
Oatmeal. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, we got a few.
But there's
coffee.
restaurant
Of
here,
course,
so
coffee.
we might
breakfast tomorrow, some
we
breakfast
might
burritos
restaurant it
maybe or
tomorrow.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a nice little place at the Christmas Circle, and they call it Christmas Circle. I don't know if you ever come through a Christmas. There's no Christmas lights. So I'm like, it's an interesting name for a place that doesn't have Christmas lights.
This place is so cute. It's like
So
a little
the
country
bottom
town.
line is that Josh and I want to encourage you guys to get out and use your vehicles. You spent the money for them, whether it's with us or not. Get out and use them.
You don't have to build it. Like
Right.
I really was telling Tony, it's like you don't have to build your vehicle to go start out and exploring. There's 90% of the trails are super easy.
Yeah.
And you can just go out there and you can have your adventures, and then as you are ready to start ramping up and want to go out and see more,
Yes,
that's when you can start
keep
building the
them up.
vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, I wheeled an open TJ that was practically stock for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And you'd be
And
amazed what you can
we've
do.
got guys joining us on this trip that really are stock.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to get through. They might scrape a little here and there, but they're going to get through just fine.
Yeah, it's just you just get out of the
Oh,
house.
Summer says, I guess I didn't submit to join y'all. I'd love info on the track if you're coming back towards San Diego way to meet up with you.
Oh.
Come on out, Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
No, it's not too late.
Find us.
Not too late. Send
Yeah.
Mr. Tony a message saying,
Yeah.
hey, I would like to come out.
Yeah, we can email you over the GPX track.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not too late. You still got like 12 hours.
Are you gonna have those on your website?
they're already on the website.
All right. Tom Cantwell says we're headed to TDS. Hope to see you guys there.
Nice.
TDS is my kickoff for taking the doors off.
There you go.
TDS is,
yeah.
like, to me, is always official.
Yeah.
No roof.
Yeah, and I'm bringing Terramoto to that, so yeah, I'll be easy to find. Yeah.
Okay.
What else? Not many questions, huh?
Well, we had a little problem there.
Yeah,
A
sorry.
technical difficulty.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
everybody.
not everybody made it
Yeah,
back.
we had to restart because the computer locked
Oh,
up.
back a shot question from
Yeah.
Mark Lawrence.
Yeah.
Tony mentioned when adjusting the preload nut too much, then going up on the spring rate, what is considered too much?
Too much. 3 inches from the top. So if that nut is spun down 3 inches, then you need to go up 50 pounds on one of the springs, and that'll raise it 1 inch. Every 50 pounds equals an inch.
Patrick says, see you at TDS next week, 60-second safaris.
All
Looking forward to
right,
following
yeah.
Tony around Truck Haven.
Oh,
Yeah, the Tierra del Sol club calls it the Safari. We just refer to it as TDS, but
I haven't heard
I
the
know
Safari term in so long.
yeah, they call it their Safari. So it's a great thing, and they lead a main run that anybody can do as well if you don't want to do the harder stuff with us. But you know, they have a play area that we'll be ripping around in, and it's just fun.
It's fun to just go and hang out because
Yeah.
you go to the off-road obstacle course and watch people trying the
for
two
hours.
bridge thing,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
you-
$1,000 hill.
$1,000
Yeah.
what's the like mini Rubicon?
Mini
or that,
Rubicon,
Mini
yeah.
Rubicon, and it's
Yeah.
like it's funny because you'll see the difference between a driver, equipped vehicle, and someone has no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
You go there and watch it.
Big
There'll be
difference.
hundreds of people watching
Yeah.
someone just destroy their stuff for no reason
Yeah.
at all.
Chris Carey asked, what are the thicknesses on the brackets for the Stage 1 kit? I'm looking to get a cheap welder, but want to make sure it will handle welding it to the frame correctly.
Yeah. Okay. Great question. All of the brackets on our kit are 1/4 inch or 3/16 thick. So you're going to want to make sure. Now your frame's obviously 1/8 inch, but you're going to want to make sure that you're able to weld up to 1/4 inch.
Yeah, so that's most of your Lincoln welders.
Yeah. Yeah. Even I started with a small one.
Yeah,
you
the
know.
110 or the 120.
Yeah. You just got to
Yeah.
get the argon gas and the right size wire, like 035 wire.
Yeah, make sure if you're doing argon gas, no flux.
No flux.
No
yeah,
flux.
Yeah. And that, by the way, the flux will weld stuff together, but it's not going to look pretty. So if you do the argon and get the non-flux, then you're going to get a much nicer looking weld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use a personally the Lincoln 250. That's where you can run 220 or 110.
Yeah. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
you can really get that high penetration
Yeah.
with that 220/50
Yeah.
amp.
Oh, Esteban Gonzalez asked half door bracket from an earlier Tech Talk. When are they going to be available to get rid of the cable?
Half door bracket. They're available now. The one with the strap. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are available now. Just call in and talk to the guys. I don't know that they're listed on the website because they just come with the doors now, the half doors. But call in and you can buy just that stuff to convert yours over for sure.
Okay, we're all caught up right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean,
Let's see. If you missed it earlier, it was 80 degrees today. It's going to cool off to maybe 60 tonight.
Maybe.
It's absolutely beautiful. We're here. This is the beginning of a 4-day overland trip that we call our Southern California overland trip. Getting closer with light.
Yeah.
if you want to come, it's not too late.
It's not too late.
So it just message Tony.
Yep.
And say, hey, I'd like to come. If you can't show up tomorrow, just message and
Yeah, we do have some people catching up with us on Friday, and I think one or two even on Saturday that just couldn't get off work.
Oh, Bobber Street wants to know, are the high-rise fenders available for the JLU anytime soon?
Okay, so we've done the prototypes. We're building the production fixtures. So I'm hoping that's one of the reasons that I'm not traveling as much as I want to get these projects done. So I would say pretty soon. I'll be talking about them here on Tech Talk in the next few Tech Talks for
Very
sure.
nice.
Yeah,
Been waiting for this.
yeah. Yeah.
Run out of things to say?
Well, I was just thinking, Jennings, you and I have had the 42s on here with these fenders, and it was just fine.
Yeah.
So I don't want people to wait thinking that they've got to have the high fenders. These actually work ample with a 40.
Yeah, they're great.
So, and of course, this new inner fender well really opens up the fender inner area for tire clearance. So you should definitely check those out too. And we have that for the EXS and the non-EXS like yours. So we should probably put those on yours too. That way you're getting
Oh,
more
Ginger
cool.
says, if you want to come to Ginger's birthday lunch on Sunday, it's not too late.
There you go. I didn't even know about that. Josh was just telling me.
Yeah, I was telling him, Ginger. I was like, you might have to bail out before 10 so we get back to Huntington Beach.
Mike Stewart asked, do you have a stock width 2017 JKU tie rod that is straight without the bend in it?
You could do that. Which axle is it though?
Well, he's just looking for a stock one just because he messed his up.
messed up.
Otherwise, he could do our new Stage 1 steering. That's the right answer. You get the new knuckles, you lift it up, you get the FK Heims, it's all chromoly. That's the best way to do it.
I would highly recommend going away from stock steering. I actually,
Yeah.
real story, I broke a stock steering tie rod on a bush.
Oh.
And I couldn't believe it. I went over a bush and I hit something with the rear diff, so I went to back up. And the stock steering tie rod is so weak, a bush, not log, not like tree, a bush, got behind the tie rod and broke it.
Oh, man.
And I was in the middle of the desert, and I was
Yeah.
like, what do I do now?
Great.
Long story short, I actually used a high lift handle, slid it over the tie rod, ratchet strapped back together, and drove it the rest of the
You
weekend.
get creative real quick.
Yeah, as weird as it sounds. But, yeah.
Matt McDonough says, I know the 3-link front flex is much better than a traditional 4-link with track bar, but how much flex would you lose by adding that 4th link?
So what happens is that you'll get the flex, but it's at the expense of every joint. You're just going to hammer, whether it's the rubber joints or the Johnny joints or whatever.
You're just binding a lot.
You're just binding a lot. And what I like is I like the bind free. You know, it just floats through everything. And whether it's low speed or high speed, it makes a difference. And you really don't need that extra link. We've been doing this now for 15 years with the 3-link. Everybody was nervous in the beginning, but you know, we do double shear with bigger bolts, quality bolts, and just hasn't been a problem. So
I was one of those nervous people in the very first days, and I
Yeah.
actually put the mounts
On
for
there?
a fourth, and I
Just in
kept,
case?
Yeah, just in case. And I was always worried about it. I had it ready, so if something went wrong, it was slip it
Right
on
there.
that spot and go. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've running 3-link for the longest time now.
yeah, that's really been good.
Yeah.
And you know, Peter and the guys just raced with that. I've raced Terremoto with the 3-link, so
I've raced
Yeah.
3-link, and
Yeah.
it just
it's fine.
works great, strong. As long as you have a good solid, you know, you have to make sure that top mount's strong.
Strong, yeah. And you know what you have on the frame, right? That's why our brackets aren't just welded straight to the frame. You know, the mounts, we put an extra plate there to beef it up around that area, so to distribute the load.
I've seen a lot of companies not do that, and I've seen a lot of those
just rip off.
rip.
Yes.
First hard hit, man,
Yeah.
just right off the frame.
Yeah.
So
So
Mike Stewart says, I want to do the stage 1, but I have the Curry HD60. It's a D60 with the 44 knuckles, and I would like the straight tie rod.
if it has the 44 knuckles, okay. So if you look at
Winston!
our stage
Come
1
back.
kit, if you look at our stage 1 kit, there's a small bend just to clear the diff, and that's because the 44 knuckles don't stick out as far. When you go to the 60 knuckles, they stick out further, and you can get the straight tie rod.
yeah, you just don't want to be hitting that pumpkin at full turn.
Right.
Because then you hit any kind of bind in that tire, and it's just going to cause that tie rod to go.
Yep. So yeah, what we have available for you right now is what you want. You get the reed knuckles. It lifts everything up. That's the best way to go, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, caught up?
All right.
Are we?
So before that, me and Tony were talking about trails and everyone how they go find trails. I'm going to plug Trails Off Road really quick, because if you wanted to come out to TDS and you didn't want to do the Tony run or the main run, if you go
And
out
just
there,
explore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have all the trails out here, from everything from extremely beginner to I want to go break my stuff.
Yeah.
And so you come out here and easily follow. Actually, I was out here just last weekend and came across someone who was using the competition, and they didn't realize they were going up a super hard trail and got themselves into deep trouble. And I do mean deep trouble. Where we were able to turn around and get them out. And I was like, I just, hey, look, if you would have saw the Trails Off-Road app, you could see you were going into hard trails and you would have never gone that. So it's a great way to come out and explore. Self-explore. Always, I don't ever say go out by yourself, but you can self-explore. Just make sure someone knows what you're doing and where you're at. That way, if something happens, they know where to go search for you.
Yeah. And in the past, like when I go out, I carry one of those Garmin InReach,
yes.
right? So you can call for help if you really need it.
Yeah, I carry a sat phone, and I also have Starlink.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like what it used to be. Now you actually have a means of communicating out.
Yeah.
Which is you still, something can go wrong by yourself. You can roll your vehicle, and so I always encourage you to take a buddy with you in a separate vehicle.
Yep.
And go out and have the best adventure of your life. And you don't have to go do the crazy trails.
No.
Go do the dirt roads.
Yeah. And by the way, the reason we're here right now, this time of year, is because in a few months, this will be so darn hot you can't even be here.
Yeah.
So,
Th-
yeah.
This place has a very narrow window.
Yeah.
And it's like about a month in spring and a month in fall.
Yeah.
In the winter, it actually gets cold out here. In the summer, well, it's weird. In the winter, it could be hot or cold out here.
Yeah.
But the summer, it's 120.
Yeah.
It's just
So
blazing.
right now at 80 degrees, it's absolutely ideal.
Yeah,
So,
like the Salton Sea was actually, before it filled up, was the lowest place in America. Like, this is the Death Valley before Death Valley.
right.
You know, it can get hot out here. It's beautiful. It's worth coming out, just experiencing at least once.
Yep.
Matt McDonough says for the high steer kit for the stages, do you need to notch the lower frame to help with clearance at full stuff?
You do not. You do not. No.
It
No,
got
we've
dark
got
fast,
detailed
yes.
pictures of Grey Wolf with our Stage 1 kit on our website in the gallery section.
Here, now you
So
can see
go over to the
sunset.
gallery, check it out. You can zoom in on the pictures; they're really nice quality, and really check that out. So, I wanted to bring Grey Wolf on this trip, but we're still taking it around to the dealers, and I need it clean.
Yeah.
So maybe next time.
I was thinking the budget TJ, but
Yeah,
it needs some maintenance before it
yeah, for
does
sure.
anything.
Jeremiah asks, is it possible to use the GenRight 3-link front on its own and wait for the 4-link rear until I'm ready to stretch the rear, or do you need to do both at once?
No, you can do them independently. It's harder to achieve the overall vehicle ride height you want because, say for instance, you put that 3-link on the front, you're gonna have to match what you have in the rear, or the thing's gonna be, stink bug or pre-runner look. So you just gotta kind of figure that out.
Not that hard.
It's not
that
hard.
hard. Like
No.
20 may sound like it's hard. It's not that hard.
No.
It's just be aware you're mixing two different suspension systems. It's nothing you can't figure out probably in an hour.
Yeah.
Mike Stewart says we're going to need videos of your trip. Okay,
Of course.
Mike.
Yeah. Actually, Jennings started
Yeah,
filming
I
some
started
stuff today
one.
already.
We got we got the cameras.
Yeah.
And I was playing with them already, trying to get them all booted up. We actually have a video of our NorCal trip, which we'll release once the snow starts to melt. We'll throw it out so you can actually get excited about going to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all caught up.
All right. Well, I think we can wrap it up, right?
I think so. It's not too late.
It's not too late. Yeah. Just
For anything. To go wheeling.
Get out here,
to go have
Summer.
fun.
You can see the sunset for yourself.
Yeah,
that I'm all
it's
obsessed
beautiful.
with.
Look at that. Look at
The
that.
stars are out now.
It's
Yeah.
so pretty.
If you're in the area, we're going to get dinner.
Yeah.
If you want to hang out, we'll be passing through town. Just
Yeah.
these adventures, I'm telling you, something always happens. And I think one of my mottos I always say is, name 6 months. You could go tell me something cool that's happened at your house in the last 6 months. Nothing, right?
Nothing.
But last trip, tell me something cool that happened.
Yeah. I can tell you
every
10
time.
things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every trip has
Yeah.
stories for your life. And I go out and tell stories. Everyone's like, oh, that's BS. You can never have that many adventures. Come wheel with us. Every trip has something that's more memorable than you'll never forget.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yep, for sure.
Get off the couch. Get out here now. If you're watching this, get in your Jeep, start driving.
I mean, we're just doing sleeping bags and tents. Like, this is not that difficult.
I don't even know if I'm going to use my sleeping bag. I think I'm going to sleep on my cot.
There you go.
That's it. It's going
Could
to be
be-
amazing
could
out
be
here.
perfect, yeah.
Like out in the open and
Yeah.
just enjoy the beautiful, beautiful stars above you.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night, and we will see you next Wednesday, probably back in the studio. All right. Have a good one.